Welcome to the House Edge Sports Network, the pulse of youth sports.
What's up, everybody? Tyler McLaren here from the HESN podcast. How y'all doing today? This is episode 15 and actually going to be the final episode of the season. Now, what I mean by final episode of the season, I mean it's the last podcast that's going to be reviewing football for this year, 2016's football season. But we're going to keep this podcast going all the way through the off season because we got lots of stuff to talk about, and it's not going to be as frequent, of course, but we are still going to continue to do this podcast because we have lots of amazing things happening with football in Ottawa and in Canada and Ontario during the off season. So here we are, episode 15. This is our third year doing the podcast. I'm sure we've probably done 50 or 60 episodes so far, and the support that we've been getting from all of the fans through iTunes and YouTube and other forums that we used to do before is really fantastic. And we want to say thank you guys for all the support that you've been giving HESN and NCAFA and all the leagues that we represent since then. So thank you guys for that. Now, this is unique because I'm not going to review the All-Star games. Congratulations to all the players who played in the All-Star game. But let's be honest here. An All-Star game is more about showcasing the athletes rather than reviewing the game. What happened in the game really isn't important because all the players who did perform well, let me rephrase that. All the players who were in the All-Star game, we already know can perform well. That's why they're in the All-Star game. These are the guys that we already know about. These are the guys that were already looking to compete at the next level. And I just want to say congratulations to everybody who participated in the All-Star games. And it's always a good time at the All-Star games. And we just want to say congratulations to all you guys. The other thing that has happened that last week was the EFC3, which happened Friday night at Bell Sensplex on November 11th, which was, I don't want to say the most successful thing that we've ever done in the last 5 years, but it definitely was one of those things that we were super excited to have happen. This is something that we've been trying to organize for the last 3 or 4 years. We obviously never had the technology to facilitate a combine, and our relationship with EPA has allowed us to take this to the next level and really put on a professional event. For all those who were there, how professional that event was. You know how professional the equipment was. We live streamed it on YouTube, which was a work in progress, but definitely worked out very well. I think at one point we had around 30 or 40 people watching live, which is a huge thing. Plus that video stream was able to go on throughout the week and get a lot more recognition. We know we got things to work on that live stream, like setting up some more cameras and maybe have some more focus on the actual athletes doing some drills. But at the end of the day, this is a work in progress, and we feel that what we accomplished Friday night at EFC3 was a huge accomplishment. So I want to say thank you to Pat, Donnie, and all their employees and support staff who helped the EPA function and make a great event. I know I spoke to about 20 or 30 parents throughout the event who were extremely pleased with how everything turned out. They were surprised and sort of in awe about how professional the event was. Coach Karate, I want to say thanks for giving up a little bit of your time to talk to Jesse on the live stream. It was really great. And we had some great conversations going on the sidelines. I met a lot of new people, some great coaches from the North Gloucester Giants organization who I hope will get in contact with us, and we can get them on the podcast and talk a little bit about some of the things that they want to do for next season and how they can make their franchise become a player on the big stage in the Bantam division. I want to say thanks to all the parents who brought and drove their kids to the combine, and not just this one, but the other ones before. Mr. Ross, thank you very much. Mr. Karate, Coach Papalia, coming out and supporting all the guys that we know who are huge supporters of HESN and huge supporters of what EPA and HESN are trying to accomplish together. I want to say thank you to you guys for coming on out. It was a huge success. We had around 50 kids come out and test, show everybody what they're all about. And like I talked about last time, these combines are not like they are in the NFL. These aren't tools to showcase so much to the scouts and showcase to a potential future employer what you bring to the table. Of course, that is part of it, but more than anything, what these combines are really all about is to show people and coaches and mostly yourself where you're at when it comes to your training. How much have you improved since the last time that you ran the combine? If this is your first time that you ran the combine, you're setting your baseline. And then in April, when we run EFC4, we're going to be able to see how much have you improved from now until then. And it's a measuring stick. It's an opportunity to see how much work you need to do, how much work you have done, and what are some of the things that you need to work on. So, again, for the last time, I want to say thanks for everyone for coming out for that fantastic event that we had at Bell Sensplex in Canada on November 11th. It was a huge, huge success, and we're really happy that everybody had a good time. We're really appreciative of everybody who came out and competed in the combine. Now, once again, I said that season's over. It's always sort of one of those moments where, at this time of the year, it's mid-November. We're always thinking about ourselves like it's time for these volunteers and these parents and these coaches to get a little bit of a break, catch their breath, and get focused. And I know that so often people that are involved in football will sort of say to themselves, I don't know if I'm going to go back next year. I don't know if I want to play next year. I don't know if I want to commit to any volunteering. But, at this time of the year, you're burnt out a little bit. And I know that in probably less than 2 to 3 weeks, everybody will be rearing to go. And, we got some big things happening in OVFL and summer football. As we talked about before, there is some talk about a new league being formed. We don't have the details yet. We don't know anything officially, but there are some things that are happening in the background, and we're really excited when the official word comes down to talk to you guys a little bit about all that. But summer football and competing provincially is going to continue, obviously, and we're really excited to talk a little bit about that when the time is right. And what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about some of the results that we've had from the Combine, which happened on Friday night, November 11th. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up the website where you can get all the stats and you can take a look at how the results were. Now, for those of you that don't know how this all works, I'm going to break it down a little bit for you right here. So how it works in football in Ottawa is that HESN and EPA, we're trying to be in the forefront of football in Ottawa. And how we have structured these combines is we have a joint collaboration where we're going to work together with EPA and HESN to try to make sure that athletes register through the HESN website in order to get all the information necessary so we can build a profile for everybody who competes in these combines. Now, the reason we want everybody to register through the combine through HESN is sort of a two-pronged effect. Number one, we want to make sure that it's uniform throughout. We want to make sure that anybody who registers is paying the same price and knows exactly where to go. Okay, that's sort of that's the easiest way that's the easiest reason why we want to do it. But the most important reason why we want to do it is because we want to make sure that we have all the vital information of every athlete who's competing in this combine so that we can properly rank them and present their statistics on a website so that when the time comes that they need to speak to a coach, a trainer, or potentially a scout at the next level, they have all their information, their vital information that shows how hard they've been working, how much athleticism they possess is in one place, and that's what we're trying to do at HESN. Of course, everybody knows that we film games, and we're going to continue to do that next year. And we have a fantastic plan in place with NCAFA and the other summer football leagues to do some great things next year. We know that everyone knows that's what we do, and that's what we do best. We know that when people see me without my t-shirt wrapped around my head, for those of you who are OVFL summer football fans, you know you don't recognize me. And you know that we're at football games. That's what we do. But the big thing that we're trying to take to the next level is where we are really trying to make sure that athletes have the resources available to them to make scouts and coaches and trainers be able to make them better athletes, recognize their talents, and hopefully, like I said, for the scouts, identify them and help them succeed at the next level, get a university degree, or play football and keep themselves out of trouble and stay active and fit until their early 20s. And that's what HESN is trying to do. Now, you can go to HESN.co and you can always fill out a membership form at any time to become an athlete of HESN. Okay? Now, we want people to join as many athletes. If you don't even know if you want to do a combine, if you don't even know if you want to purchase a highlight film or get a full access pass, we still want you to go to HESN.co, register. It's only $25 to get a membership on HESN, and what that membership does is it gives you a profile on our website, and it gets you access to a ton of information, and gets you signed up on our email list. It gets you part of our network, and that allows you to communicate with other athletes. It allows you to get a lot of information directly from HESN and EPA and other football leagues that we work with, including NCAFA and previously the OVFL, potentially the OVFL going forward, or this other league that might or might not be happening coming up in the summer. And we're going to be able to really form a network of people so that they can really work with you guys in order to make you guys better athletes and make you guys better football players. And so if you haven't already registered to become an HESN member, you can go ahead and do that at any time. That's a 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, 365-day a year opportunity that you guys can always do. So to parents and players, you guys can set that up at any time. It's only $25 to register for that, and you guys can be rest assured that when you guys do commit that $25 to get a membership to HESN, that money is going towards all the things that we do throughout the calendar year to support football coming directly out of Ottawa, whether that be filming, combines, purchasing new equipment, getting t-shirts, all the things that we do that people have seen that we've been doing for the last 5 years. That's all based upon the support that we've received. And so make sure you guys go to HESN.co and register to become a member. Now, the $25 is just the first level. Really what we want you to do is we want you to become a full access member, but we understand that maybe that isn't for everybody. But we do think that tons of athletes can benefit from the combine program that we have. So you can buy the pass that gets you 3 tickets to the next 3 combines so you can track your progression as an athlete. Okay? So you go to HESN.co and register. All the information is on the website, so you can really see what the best pricing package is for you to gain the most benefits from HESN. Now, the reason I wanted to bring up a little bit about HESN and the pricing structure that we have is because at the end of the day, the combines are not just for entertainment purposes. They really are used to rank athletes and show people what is some of the things that they need to work on. Okay? So we want people to understand that when you go to HESN.co and you register, you get a membership. But the other thing that happens is you can go to HESNstats.co, and that's another website that we've created in order to get all the statistics from the combine are live. And they are live right now that you can go and you can check out all the statistics from the combine that we did on November 11th are up and they're ready to go. So that is HESNstats.co, and you can go and check them all out. Now, one public service announcement, okay? All the statistics that we have up on the website HESNstats.co, we did notice that there were a few people that didn't register through the HESN website. So we don't have all their necessary vital information in order to take the statistics that we have from them and upload them on the website. So what I'm going to ask you to do is any athlete who was at the combine on November 11th at the Bell Sensplex, go to HESN.co and register if you don't see your name and your statistics. Okay? We didn't miss it on purpose. We just weren't able to put you in the proper group because we didn't have the proper information. So what we need you to do, if you don't see your name and you don't see your stats, please go to HESN.co, create a profile on the website, and the information we'll be able to take the information from the combine, match it up with your profile, and it'll be updated as soon as we can possibly do it, as soon as you can do it. And if you have any questions, as always, you can go to all our social media channels, whether that be the YouTube channel on this podcast. You can comment on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter, and let us know that, my information is not there. We'll make sure that we rectify it right away. But either way, we're going to tell you, go to HESN.co, register a profile, and then we'll be able to get your vital information up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step away from the microphone. So it might be a little silent for a few seconds, and I'm going to pull up a bit of the statistics from the combine. Now, the way that we've organized it right now is we use the 40-yard dash as our first sort of litmus test to determine how things went in this combine. And I want to put a little bit of an asterisk beside, not an asterisk, I guess, just a little bit of a footnote to let people know that this isn't the NFL combine. Okay? So when we talk about the numbers that these kids are running, just remember these are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and potentially 18-year-old kids running combines. Okay? These aren't professional athletes trying to make the NFL. These are kids who are exceptional athletes from Ottawa, Ontario, playing football. And the numbers that you see here are not reflective of NFL combine scores. Okay? So keep that in mind. All these numbers that you see when you watch NFL Network during the February and March and April combines, the 4.5s and the 4.4s and the 4.3s on the combines, remember, those are professional athletes running those numbers. What you want to keep in mind is these numbers are used to track an athlete's progression, okay? And when they run a combine, for example, we'll start with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is an athlete who's been an HESN member for over 3 years. Love his game. When we first started working with Aiden Ross, he was a cornerback. He was playing corner exclusively. And when he moved up to the varsity program at the Cumberland Panthers, he started playing cornerback as well as halfback. And this year, he was at St. Matt's High School, and they actually won the championship. Congratulations to the St. Matt's football program. But he was actually working in at linebacker and defensive end. And this is a kid, Aiden Ross. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. He's an athlete who's pretty much doing the things. He's always doing the things that the coaches and us at HESN and his parents are. He's listening. He's doing what we're telling him, and that really goes a long way. And when you look at a kid who's 6'3", 190 pounds, and really good in school, and always commits to the team that he plays for, willing to do what the coach says, and you see the number improvements like you see here. Let's just take a look at this, for example. On EFC1, okay, his 3-cone drill was 7.85, okay? This time, 7.71. So we see a huge improvement right there. His pro agility, 4.98, improved to 4.65. Again, huge improvement. This is the type of thing when you go to HESNstats.co and you click on Aiden Ross, you're going to see what a full profile looks like. We got a sizzle reel, we got a HESN 2K15 highlight, we got his summer highlight, we got all the stats from the 2 combines he's been at. Again, His 40-yard dash, it went from 5.35 down to 5.24. Okay? That doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a huge improvement. And every single statistic that he ran at the combine has been improved. So what we can see with an athlete like Aiden Ross, who's transitioned from cornerback to defensive halfback to linebacker / defensive end and edge rusher, we see the potential improvement. And we not the potential improvement, we actually see the improvement. And the combines that we run with EPA and HESN allow these athletes to say, you know what I'm doing right now, it's actually making me more athletic. I'm able to see that the training that I'm doing, the work that I've put in, the seasons that I've committed to are making me become a better athlete. Okay? And that's why we run these combines. Aiden Ross is an example of a person who has gotten better every single year that I've seen him. When I see this guy right now, he's bigger than I am. Not wide, not weight-wise. Obviously, I've got a few pounds on him, of course, but this is a kid who's 6'3", 190 pounds, and he's only going to get bigger. And I'll tell you right now, I can see big things happening for this guy because he's doing things the right way. That's our best example that we have of someone who's run both combines, who's been training. I would love to see him get to take his training to the next level and see what he could accomplish, because I know that there's some big things in store for Aiden Ross. Now, what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to go through a bit of the 40-yard dashes, some of the best times that we've seen, shout out some names, and if you don't hear your name in this conversation, don't worry about it. These are just some of the names that we have so far that we've been able to take a look at. The number one player who scored the fastest time at the combine, laser timed, remember, that's Nick Sims. Okay, he's a linebacker for Bell Warriors, played under Jesse Card this year. He was the defensive captain, middle of the defense. In my opinion, probably the best linebacker in Bantam football. He ran the fastest 40-yard dash time, and that was 5.02. Okay, now 5.02, I know, like I mentioned, everyone thinks to themselves, oh my God, that's slow. That's not slow at all, okay? I was really a fast player, and the fastest time I ever ran was 4.83, okay? I was 17 years old, and I had trained for 3 years, and I was doing it in track shoes on a track, okay? This is a linebacker. And he had the fastest time. So I want to say congratulations to Nick Sims for that. The second fastest time, Brock Vale, Kingston Grenadiers football player. You heard it right, Kingston Grenadiers. This guy came down from Kingston just for this combine. 5.04, great time. Brandon Forcier, he's a kicker, punter, and football player from Philemon Wright High School. He had a 5.04 as well. Robbie McAdam, he's a quarterback from Kingston, 5.06. Great time for a quarterback, great athlete. I was really impressed with how he ran. Hunter Dickerson, this guy is 6'6", 210 pounds, defensive lineman from the Rito Red Blacks football organization. This guy ran a 5.1. 5.1. Okay, this guy is 6'6", 225 pounds. Okay, this guy's birthday, September 15th, 1999. Okay, he is an up-and-coming stud. He's big, he's athletic, he's a really good football player. He's got a good nose for the ball. He's got a real good instinct to play this game. I cannot wait to see what he can accomplish, and I cannot wait to see how he does at the next HESN Combine. A couple other players I want to talk about. Andrew Fullerton, Kieran Flannery Fleck. These are players from Midget and Bell. We got John LaBamba. He did a fantastic job. Like I mentioned, Aiden Ross, the 9th fastest time in the Combine. He's registered as a defensive back, but he's really a linebacker / defensive end, so that's really impressive. Josh Strang, wide receiver, kicker, punter. One of the best kickers and punters I've seen in a long while coming out of Ottawa. He had a great time, 5.25. Justice Karate, this guy, he's only 14 years old, okay? We got a kid, Justice Karate here, 14 years old. He ran a 5.25, okay? Running a 5.25 at 14 years old, not really being able to fully commit himself to training yet. that's really impressive. I cannot wait to see what he can do. Even though he lost the championship game at Pee Wee, it was probably the best game I ever saw him play at in football. And you can go to hesnstats.co and you can search through all the times, all the players who are there. We know that there's probably some names missing. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, there are some names missing. If you don't see your name, go to hesn.co, create a profile, and we will update the information we have, and we will put it onto the website. And if you still can't do that, contact us through social media. You can email Jesse or myself. You get social media, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can contact us through there. It's really an easy way to communicate. So make sure you guys take advantage if you don't see your name. And basically, that's all I have to really look at the combine. I just want to say the website's fantastic. Jesse's done a real good job. We're still working out a few of the kinks, as you'll see. But at the end of the day, what we have going on right now at hesnstats.co is fantastic. We got times, we got profiles, and this is just the beginning. This is the second combine that we've ever ran. With EPA, that we have the information on the website, and we're going to be doing tons of these going forward. The next one is going to be in April. So make sure that if you have run this combine right now, if you've registered for the next combine and you have any questions about training or anything that you want to try to do to improve yourself as a football player, if you have any questions, contact Jesse or myself. You can sit down and talk with Pat or Donnie, and we'll try to find ways that we can really help you improve as a football player and as an athlete. Now that's it for this episode of the HESN podcast. That's number 15. Little bit of technicality stuff that we were talking about, timing, websites, all that type of stuff. I know we didn't have a lot of football recap stuff, but this is the off season. This is where you become a better football player. So what we're going to be talking about next week is we're hoping to have a couple of interviews with some coaches and some presidents of some leagues. We're hoping to be talking to some coaches from the North Gloucester Giants. We're just looking to organize what time we can get that arranged for. And we're going to have lots of good stuff coming to you guys in the off season to make sure that you guys are up to date with all things going on football in Ottawa. Again, for the last time, I'll say it. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Jesse or I through social media, email, right on the comment section of this YouTube post. And just remember that the off season is where you become a better football player. Train, heal, rest, watch some NFL football, go Cowboys. If you're in fantasy, make sure you don't forget to change your rosters. It's getting down the nitty gritty. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for listening to this podcast. We're going to be back early next week talking about some more stats from the HESN EPA EFC3. It's going to be fantastic through a lot of letters at you right there. But we're going to be back next week talking some details. And I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm Tyler McLaren. Peace.
Welcome to the House Edge Sports Network, the pulse of youth sports.